you are ready and raring to go for another fabulous week here on Crafters TV. We are kicking the week off in style with a brand new world launch. You don't get to hear us say that very often, can you not? Well, actually, you say that. We've had a lot of these over the last few months, haven't we? This, I can tell you, this is going to be immense. Now, can you remember, if you cast your mind back a few weeks, okay, we had those fabulous dies whereby it's like a creator card. So you've got one creator card for the outside, but then you can interchange the sentiments that go in the middle. So we had the Christmas ones. Well, you will be excited to know that today we are launching the everyday ones, right? And they are fabulous. So with the Christmas ones, by the way, we've got them on today's show if you missed out on them. One of them is already, we've completely sold out of our whole world stock. No kidding. World stock, we've completely sold out of one of the designs. We've got the other three on today though. But that was only a few weeks ago. The everyday ones, if you think how many cards you make for Christmas, and then how many cards you make the rest of the year, you can imagine how busy these ones are going to be. We've already had hundreds of you pre-order these. I have got some immense demonstrations lined up. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to teach you how to use them on the front of cards, how to do board-shaped cards, how to do your own boxes and cut into the boxes. And for those of you that maybe haven't seen them, let me show you how they work. So we're on the heart one there, right? So within the heart one, on one side, you can see, I'm going to peel these off so you can just see the whole thing, okay? You can see here, we've got the heart-shaped die and the sentiment which says, all my love. Now, that's brilliant if you want to cut all my love. But you see this one says, love you. And this one here says, sending lots of love. Because you take that one die and you lift out the one sentiment and then literally just replace it with the next one. So, and you're not going to do it obviously on the packaging, you're going to do it on your board. I'm going to teach you all of this, but we've got the gorgeous heart shape. We've also got the gorgeous circular shape, which has got the beautiful flowers. We've got a lovely square one as well. And then we've also got the one with the gorgeous oval, all with different designs. Now, I'm going to get ready because I've got loads of demonstrations to show you. Joe's going to walk you through everything you need to know, everything we've got on the show, what's going on before I start on with my demos. What's going on over there, Joe?
Oh, I'm already in the comments. So many of you are saying that you've ordered already. On pre-order alone, hundreds of these. Remember, it is a new exclusive world launch right here on Crafters TV. You won't have seen these in the States. Today is the day. Christine is letting me know that she's got hers already ordered. I'd love to know if you already got yours. Loads of you saying hello this morning as well. Sarah, I can see Debbie's here. Hannah, loads of our regulars. Barbie is up bright and early as well in California this morning. So yes, as Sarah said, the festive ones, when we brought them to you, were incredibly busy. This is the brand new collection, if you will. So what is so great about them is that they are creator cards, which is fantastic. Now, the great thing is about them, though, that you're really getting 3 creator cards in every one of these dies because you have the ability to interchange that sentiment. So with this one here, the love heart, you'll get all my love, sending lots of love, and also you'll get love you as well. So you can see there, you've got the one that says sending all my love, but then you've got this one here as well that says, sorry, sending lots of love, and then that one says all my love. But you wouldn't even know necessarily that they are the same die. They look completely different, which is absolutely fantastic. So that is your first one. The next one we've got for you is this one just here, and this is the gorgeous flower frame that you can see. So this one says happy birthday. You're also getting in here just for you and best wishes as well. So you can see that one there is your happy birthday, and then completely different there with the best wishes. And I think when you change the colour themes there and how you ink those up, they look like 2 separate dies, but the great thing is it's one die that's doing so much work for you. The next one we've got for you is the trellis, which is this one just here, and you can see this one has got thank you in there. It also has thinking of you and celebrate as well. So that's the one with thank you, and then the nice stepper card here that's got celebrate on looks very, very different. Very clever how Leanne and her team have designed these. And then the next one we've got for you, the final one here, this is the elegant frame that you've got. Now this one has, as you can say, in there you've got enjoy your special day, you're invited, and also congratulations as well with it in there, which you can see. So enjoy your special day there, and also congratulations. Really, really beautiful. Now, if you want to go for these individually, absolutely you can. They're all available individually, or you can get them for a two for $42.50 or £1 or $55. You can mix and match with the 2 4s with the 3 remaining Christmas ones. Now, the 3 remaining Christmas ones we've got is the tree, the star, and the holly. I'll run you through those in a moment. A lot of you, though, by far and away the most busiest, is going for the collection of the new everyday ones. 5% already gone since we started this show. We are, maybe 6 minutes in, not even 6 minutes in. It's very busy. We're going to have an incredibly busy show. Great saving on those as well. You're saving about £84 in the UK, about another, over close to $50 you're saving in the US. Of course, you can use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. These are definitely one of those card concepts where as we go through, and the more you see them, the more you're going to love them. A lot of you I can hear already getting your orders in, sitting back and relaxing. Just to let you know, if you did want to mix and match with the Christmas ones, then you can see this is them here. So you've got the star, and in the star you've got Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays and Seasons Greetings. In the tree you have those. In the star you have got your Joy to the World, Star of Wonder and Peace on Earth. And then this one here, I love this one, the holly one, it's just beautiful. In there you've got 'Tis the Season, Deck the Halls and Jolly Holly Days, which is fantastic. Again, you get those individually, or you can do a mix and match with the new ones, which is fantastic. We've also got the pigment ink pads on the show. They're very busy already. There are 2 different collections for you. There's a 13-piece collection, which is £50 or $60. However, far and away, the busier of the 2 is the mega bundle that you've got here, which is a 29-piece collection. It represents the best value. You're saving £44 or $61 when you get that. And Club Inspire members, Platinum members, get this for £80 or $112 if you're a Club Inspire member in the US. Loads of deals, lots on the show. There's cardstock, there's blenders, there's Daubers are back on the show. We'll take you through all of it after Sarah has done her first demonstration. The Christmas ones of these were so busy, and we expect these to go the same way, don't we, Sarah?
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, it's the most versatile. That's what you love about them, the versatility. And every card needs a sentiment. Why not incorporate the sentiment into the front of your Create-a-Card? And what we've done is we've tried to do really generic sentiments that would totally cover over. So, for example, this one here, Celebrate. Well, that could be celebrating an anniversary, it could be celebrating a wedding day, it could be celebrating passing your driving test if you want, but it's very, very generic. Now, this set here, if I show you the die that comes, Joe, right? So, if I take these individual dies off, they're very, very sticky, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show, in fact, should I show you on the overhead camera and then you can see it really easy, right? So, you've got the outside and then we've got the thank you in the middle at the moment. So that is what's being used to do this card here, where we've got that gorgeous thank you just cut into the front. And that is actually, if I show you in the front, can you see it's actually connected? So it just stuck over, it's all connected in, which makes it even more special, right? But in the same way we've got thank you, you could then also have thinking of you. So you can see that does the thinking of you and you just switch out the sentiment, or you can do the celebrate and switch out the sentiment again. So here we go. Joe, what would you like to make an occasion for? Would you like to make a thank you card? Should we do thank you? Thank you seems like a card I'm sending a lot
I
at the
think
moment.
loads of people are sending thank you cards at the moment, so that seems like a good one. There's loads to be thankful for as well. So yeah, I think that'd be great.
Right, let's do thank you. So if I take this off, by the way, all of these, keep all of your packaging, because your packaging will double up as storage on all of these dies as well, okay? Now, can you see? These are all the individual dies as they come. Now, you can either just, when I say keep the packaging, you could either just keep these and pop them all back in the wallet and you've got the picture and more importantly, all of your instructions and ideas are on the front. Whether or not you stick them back onto here is completely up to you, okay? But can you see how it works? We've given you the outside cutting frame, which means this acts like a Create-a-Card, so it just cuts into the front of a card, which makes it brilliant for box lids, for example, or as I'm going to do here, a dome front card, or you can add on the cutout if you want to. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do this card here. Now this one's Celebrate at the moment, but we're going to do it with the thank you card. Actually thinking of using another one I'm doing a lot at the moment, but thank you seems like a really great idea. Can you see we've got that board front? Now, to do a board front card, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start with a piece of card, which is just a little bit taller than the height. So if we have a look, and I'll give you exact measurements, because I know you all like to be exact, okay? Your die is 5 inches. The cardstock that I have cut here, I've cut to 5.5, right? So I've just cut it a tiny little bit bigger. And then what I've done is, I've done a little bit wider at the sides, and then I've left an inch and scored it. So can you see that bit in the middle there is 5.5 inches square, and I've done an inch on either side so that we can do that lovely board front. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this into the front of the card like a Create-a-Card, so like a cookie cutter. Think of it as we're going to cut that out and lift it off. And we're going to cut that, and also at the same time, the thank you just lies in the middle and cuts at the same time. Now, top tip here, right? Best way to do it. Use your plates, let them do all the work for you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get my, let's have a look, I'm going to get my base plate here, there we go. I'm going to put my clear, then my magnetic on the top. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pop that on there, and I'm going to use, so it's cutting upwards, and I'm going to pop my thank you into the middle. Let's have a look. The other side's a lot more. There we go. The other side's going to hold it. There we go, you see. Now I'm using the markings on here, you see, to line it all up perfectly. And it holds the thank you in the middle. Now I know this is back to front to how I usually show people how to do your die cutting, but it's only because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover that over. So you're not going to be able to see it, all right? So that's why I usually do it the other way. So if I just pop this over here, I'm going to put this over. So can you see I'm just lining it up. I know that's a little bit even. So what I'm going to do is just line that up, take it slightly over the top. Let's do this on the flat here. So I can see where we're going to be, and I'm going to hold it in place with a little bit of tape. So can you see there? You can see where the die, I can see where I'm centered in the center there. And I can see where I'm centered from this point here. Happy, that's going to just stick down, and you can stick it to your magnetic, and it doesn't matter because you're not actually sticking anywhere around near where the die is. So your sandwich combination, you must make sure that you cut into your top plate, and then you make sure that your clear plate's underneath and your base plate. And we're going to send that through your machine. Now every one of these dies will work brilliantly well if you're using your Gemini Junior or you're using your Gemini. They're quite intricate, so you might want to, if you're cutting through a thicker material, add in your magnetic shim. But if you look here, mine is cut out absolutely perfectly, no problem at all. And I can lift that off now, and you can see they will just pop out of the die. So if I take off my thank you as well, okay? And I'll just take off that tape. And what I'm going to do, so that I don't get mess in front of me, I'm just going to flick it behind here and flick all those little bits and pieces out.
I think what's brilliant, Sarah, is that what you don't get with these is you can't see that it's an interchangeable. Whereas a lot of some dies that are out there on the market, you end up with a notch, or you end up with a gap, or you can just see that it doesn't look like it's all been created from one piece. Whereas these are seamless, aren't they? There is no way that you would know that wasn't the way that the die was intended when it ran through.
That. Exactly. And whether you do it with the thank you, whether you do it with the thinking of you, the celebrate, whatever it is, they just pop out. And it's really, really easy, Joe, just to do that little bit of a pop out. Now, just got to pop out all these extra little pieces. So this will just take me a second.
Lots of people are saying, how do I get on my hands on stuff ahead of time? Generally, as a rule, stuff tends to go on the website the night before we launched it. So like yesterday evening, the super fans would have been there and would have got their hands on it. So you can see there. Let me just show you again exactly all that you're getting included here. So remember what you're getting, because it is very, very busy. First up, you've got that beautiful heart in there, which is fantastic. So you can see they're just 2 of the sentiments. You're getting 3 in each one. You're then getting that lovely, beautiful floral. Am I right in saying that this is still the most popular individually, Johnny, the floral? I know you guys always love florals. That's the flower frame. So you can see there I've got it with the happy birthday and the best wishes. Don't forget as well, then the next one we've got for you here is that trellis frame, as you can see. So you've got thank you. And celebrate in there as well. And then the next one, of course, for you is the wonderful square one, which you've got here, the congratulations, and enjoy your special day. And enjoy your special day is a great one, because enjoy your special day could be anything, couldn't it? I mean, it could be moving into, well, it could be so generic, which is fantastic. I know we use generic sometimes as a negative word, but when you've got dies like this, it really is fantastic. 10% now of that global launch stock has already sold out and gone. And this is stock that we expect to last for months and months and months. And you know what it's like as we get busier and busier. So many people now watching Crafters TV that we placed orders months ago for this stock. It just isn't lasting. So if you want it and you've decided you need to be amongst the first to get your hands on it, then I would say get your order in right now. Now's a great time to order. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. You'll see this video on the home screen. Click the shop now button and you are good to go. How are you getting on over there, Sarah?
Brilliant. I've popped all the bits out, Joe, and actually, I mean, that looks pretty good, but what I thought I'd do is make the thank you stand out. Because you can see it, but it would stand out a lot better if we did it in a different colour. And I thought those pigment ink pads will be perfect to do this. So let's have a look. What colour do we think would go nice with the craft card? Oh, we could use like a nice plum or something, yeah? So best way to do this, by the way, we have back in stock, hello, the daubers, right? So the daubers are the best way if you want to just apply. Let's have a little look. I don't think I've got one for this colour yet. It looks quite similar, but no, I'll use a nice new one, right? Now, if you want to put ink just where you've got the thank you, let's get a little bit of scrap card behind. All right, here we go. So if I just tear a little bit of scrap card behind so you see, and then I'm going to take this, and it's brilliant just to load this up, and then I can just put ink exactly where I need it. Can you see? Now, the great thing about the opaque pigment ink pads are they are opaque, which means it doesn't matter what colour you have behind, you're going to get that lovely colour coming through. But then also your opaque pigment ink pads are the brilliant ones that you want to be using if you're going to heat emboss, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. To make this look even more expensive, I've added that little bit of ink onto there. Should we put a little bit around the outside here as well? So I'm just going to, can you see, you've got real kind of precision application options by using the daubers, Joe. This is what makes the daubers really special.
So long as well. They are back in stock right now. They're available right now over on the website. Lots of you ordering them already. £19.50 or $26 gets you all of those. Can we use these with all of the different ink pads that we bring to you, Sarah?
Yes, absolutely. Now, if you're using them with the pigment inks, I would recommend keeping your set just for your pigment inks, okay?
Cool.
So don't be kind of switching them between different types of ink pad. But to be honest, what you could do is you could just have one for each colour. You could have one box for each type of ink, and then you could have one for each colour. Now, oh, do you know, it's made quite a nice stencil, that, hasn't it? But it's actually this that I'm going to be working on. So if I take this off now, what we can do is a little bit of cardstock behind. I'm going to come in with my clear embossing powder. This is the beauty. If you've got those opaque pigment ink pads, you only ever need to buy one type of embossing powder, and that's clear. So if you look, I always have this nice thick clear embossing powder here, so that I can just use that over the top, bring in my heat gun. Oh, she says optimistically. Craig's been, here it is, here is my heat gun, right? And then I'm just going to use it, and you'll see this start to turn straight away. So it will go, there it is. You'll have the lovely, lovely shiny, but you'll have the colour that we've put on. So whatever colour you want to work with, you use your ink pad for the colour. And think how much you'd pay the price of the ink pad for a coloured embossing powder in that shade, whereas actually the ink pad's got 10 times more use. And you can still use it for embossing in that colour. And when I turn that around, show you to the close-up camera, look at this. Look how fabulous it looks, that one colour. and you've got that lovely shine on it as well there, right? So that's just like a very simple way of using those lovely opaque pigments. What I'm going to do, Joe, is I've just got a little bit of acetate, and I'm going to stick my acetate straight behind there. So can you see I've cut it exactly to the size of this ink pad here. Now, a couple of little tips when you're doing this, okay? Your red liner tape is brilliant for sticking acetate. So it's the best thing you could possibly use. We've always got it in stock on the website. Have a little look, and it comes in different thicknesses. So you see, I like to use the red liner tape where I know I'm going to get that brilliant stick. So all around, all four sides. And it's these little tips that make all the difference to how your cards look really, really professional, right? Because there's nothing worse than doing a card and then finding a little bit later, you know, the acetate is starting to lift, for example. So first tip is get your acetate on here, your red liner tape, so that we can stick it really well to the acetate. But then also, I'm not just going to use the red liner. So I'm going to start and get the backing slightly lifted off these, but not completely.
Those ink pads that are on the screen as well, Sarah, they're all the great colours back in stock, aren't they? So
Yes,
it's like
they
we've got
are.
a full complement of all of the best colours for you, which is amazing. So great time to get stocked up on those. 10% of the ink pads have gone already. Wow, I knew it was going to be busy. I didn't quite appreciate how busy it was going to be. Glad to see Brenda on the show, Sarah.
Oh yes, Brenda, my spray booth.
I love that you were confused and thinking, who's
coming
Brenda?
on the show? Brenda, the spray booth, free with every purchase, which is significantly large enough for us to have to pack it in a box for you. Right, so can you see what I've done is I've just sprayed all over the back with some stick and stay, which is our permanent adhesive. So now, yes, you've got some little bits of glue on the back of your red liner tape, makes it a little bit faffy. However, it's going to be worth it when you see how well all this is going to stick. And of course, it's going to be invisible underneath the acetate. Right, here we go. So there's my acetate. Just going to get that all lined up, pop that down, and give it a good rub all over. So the stick and stay is making sure all these bits stick perfectly to that acetate, but that red liner tape around the outside means we've just got an absolutely fantastic stick. So now that acetate, doesn't matter how much we bend the card, it is going to be stuck down on every last little piece, and you can't see the difference that makes. So here we go, just to put the rest of the card together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this. Can you see this piece of card I've cut slightly smaller, right? So it's the same here, but if you look at it this way, can you see it is ever so slightly smaller by around about 1/2 inch, which means that when we pop this down, so again, let's use the red liner tape. I'm going to use the thicker one this time, right? So I'm going to use the red liner tape just down here on both sides, so that we can get this really good stick. And this is the difference. Like I keep saying, how your cards can look really, really professional. So when
Mary, Sarah says she already has the Christmas dies and she absolutely loves them, the interchangeables.
Yeah.
So she's been slipping these into basket. Michelle as well says her husband forgot their anniversary, Sarah. She gave him a card last minute. He's in the doghouse, means that she can get these dies. Fantastic. However you want to work it out, I say. And I think that all would be forgiven with a brand new set of interchangeable dies. I think that would be a great way of
I love a good husband anniversary forget. You can absolutely leverage that to make the most out of it. Right, so we've got that domed front on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use that red liner tape just to make sure we get this brilliant stick all the way along the back. So here we go, red liner. That is going to go onto a bit of glitter card. So if I get my base card out ready, Joe, what I've done is just cut the card ready. I've used the double-sided Centura Pearl, so it's professional on the inside and the out. There is my glitter card going onto the back. That, because it's just a flat stick, we're brilliant to just use our tape pens. It's going to stick that down really, really well. Here we go. That goes onto the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to peel that lovely red liner tape off. Just use that. I've got it really, really well stuck down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just position this on here, right? got all that lined up nicely. Yes, there we go. And then stick that down the sides. So that will make sure, can you see, you've got the strength in the straightness of the card. And then because we use that red liner tape, it's going to hold our board front. And then all you're going to do is take a lovely, I've done a nice little double bow, tied that on the Ultimate. And I'm just going to use my 3D glue gel to just give that a little bit of a globule. Globule's the best word for it. A little bit of a globule on the back, right? That just goes onto the side here. And then that is just perfectly in place to finish off that lovely card. And it's got that lovely domed front. Now, bear in mind, that was a domed front because the thank you goes upright. I did it the other way for this one, where the celebrate is coming along this way because it's a sideways one. And we could have done that if we'd just turned the thank you round the other way. But same card, two different looks using the different interchangeable sentiments.
Really, really love it. Loads of you seeing the value in here as well, because let's face it, a Create-a-Card of this side, you'd be looking at maybe $19.99 if you wanted to go for one of these. However, we give you three because by being able to interchange that sentiment, it means that you create something very, very different every single time that you do it. Three sentiments available to you in each and every one of these. Let me just run through a couple of the options, a few of the different ways that you're going to be able to use these. And I love that you create something very different using the same die. So there is our heart one just there. So it's the heartfelt frame, which is beautiful. Two of your sentiments there. The next one we've got here for you is the flower frame. And again, you can see really lovely sentiments that you're going to be able to use a lot. You're going to get a lot of crafting out of this. It's about you getting the maximum amount of craftability. So you have happy birthday, you've got best wishes there as well in the flower frame. You've then got the trellis. And again, the trellis, a prime example of how these can look very different. You've got celebrate here, but then also you'll see here, thank you, looks very, very different. Love this one as well. The square, elegant frame is gorgeous with the big congratulations in there. And then very, very different sort of feel to it there with the enjoy your special day in the white on white. Really, really lovely. Very, very classy. If you're going for the big collection, you're going to save $24.95. Everyone saves $24.95 in the UK or $46 if you're in the US. You can use your Club Inspire, of course, as well. Members in the UK will get an extra $15.60 off of that, $18 in the US. What I do need to let you know, though, is what's the time? 25 minutes past 11. We are 25 minutes into our global launch of this product. This is not a stock that should just last this show. This is a stock we should be able to carry on the website for weeks and weeks. A fifth, 20% of the stock already sold out and gone. Very, very busy. And the best is yet to come. And our shows here on Craft TV, they just get busier and busier as we go through the hour. Right, I want to give you a heads up of something that's happening on Wednesday. I know how so many of you have loved the rose gold collection that we brought to you. A great chance for you to craft along with us on Wednesday.
Oh, have you got your rose gold stuff yet? Well, the good news is I listened to you. You said you wanted a masterclass on the rose gold. Well, your wish is my command. Next Wednesday on the 8th, 11 o'clock GMT, so 6 o'clock Eastern time, Joe and I will be doing a whole extra masterclass on the rose gold. Now, here's the thing. We need your help. Would you like to come and be part of the show with us? Well, if you've got your rose gold delivered and been making some gorgeous cards like these, then come and be a part of our show. Take pictures of the cards that you've made, even little videos. If you want to record a little video, selfie video, or a video just of your cards, email them to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Also, let us know on the email if you would be interested in coming and being here with us via the medium of Zoom or Skype live in our studio, because we'd love to get one or two of you come and beam live into the studio. So let us know in the email when you send your pictures and your videos, and we could be speaking to you live next Wednesday in our Rose Gold Masterclass.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. It's going to be an amazing show with myself and Sarah on Wednesday. That is going to be absolutely brilliant. Be there or be square, as they say. I do need to let you know and remind you about the ink pads as well, because the opaque ink pads, we did struggle for a little while there to have all the colours, the most popular colours that you guys absolutely love. With the opaque ink pads, I can tell you now, all of your favourites are back in stock. It means that we can bring you a super comprehensive collection with a real vast array of different colours. I'm going to attempt to run you through all the colours that are in here. Are you ready? You've got anthracite, baby blue. You then have Bordeaux, Chinese red, damson wine, Friar brown, frosty jade, fuchsia. You've also got here as well grasshopper green topaz, honey pot, jet black, lagoon, lemon tonic. Here you've got midnight and oasis. And then down here we've got ocean blue and orange. There is parakeet, pale fig, plum jam, pine tree, pink tulip, pumice. These ones here are sandstorm and straw bale, and then you've got seal brown, spring meadow, and smoked pearl along the front there as well. £100 or $140 to get these. Everyone saves £44 or $61. Again, of course, you can use your Club Inspire a discount as well. Platinum members would pay £80 in the UK. 10% of those have gone. Now, something that only came in stock a couple of weeks ago, came back in stock, I should say, is our finger doorbells. Now, these are amazing. 20% of these have gone just this morning after that first demonstration. If you want these, you'll need to be quick for them. They work with all of our ink pads. Definitely have a separate set for your opaque ink pads with Sara's recommendation. I know a lot of you have been waiting for them. Maybe today is the day. And we've given you a saving, which is lovely as well. $19.50 or $26 if you want to go for those. Now the trays, these are brilliant value. Everyone gets a great saving on these. £25 or $37. You get 6 times 2 in this configuration, so it will hold 36 ink pads for you, which is absolutely brilliant. So if you're going for that big bumper collection on the opaques, they would all fit in there, which is fantastic. You can stack them up, you can put them side to side. There's loads of different ways that you can configure those, which is brilliant. We got the Essentials Blending Collection. These are really great for if you want to do all of those different blending techniques. You've got your doorbell with the refills, you've got the craft mat, and you've got the brayer as well. £19.50 or $24. Fantastic card collection for you on the show today as well, which is fantastic. And this is our Crafter's Companion Essential card collection here. In there, you're getting the matte black, you're going to get the craft, the white stamping card, and the carnival, which has all the different textures of cards in there. Really fantastic deal, saving you £14 or $20. £28 today or $40, which is fantastic. Right, of course, the star of the show, of course, is the interchangeables, the everydays. Don't forget, if you do want to mix and match and go for a couple of these, you can go for 2 for $42.50 or £55 or $55, and you can intermix them, mix and mingle them with the Christmas ones as well. So you can really sort of build your own collection. Of course, the best way to get the best value is to go for that brand new main collection today. So busy already, Sara, but I don't think that's a surprise, is it?
It really isn't, and I think I keep coming back to this, the versatility. They're beautiful. The Create-a-Cards are lovely, even if you don't put the sentiments in. Let me just show you, for example, this one here, okay? So if I just take off the circular sentiments, this one comes with just for you, happy birthday and best wishes, like the most usable sentiments in the whole world, period. Take outside your Christmas cards, these are the most useful sentiments. So each one comes multiple parts. So you can see here, if I lift this off, there is your actual Create-a-Card. There we go. So you've got your Create-a-Card with the removable outside edge. So most of the time I use Create-a-Cards, I don't use this outside edge. I use it as a cookie cutter to cut in. And then again, all you're going to choose is, for what reason are we making this? Are we doing it a best wishes, a just for you, or a happy birthday? Now I'm going to show you how to make these fabulous boxes, where we cut into the box lid. So you've actually got the whole design. You can see that best wishes is cut into the front of the box lid, okay? Now, let's have a little look. What you're going to do, if I pop these to one side, first of all, and we'll get the box sorted. Great little top tip in terms of sizing here. If you're going to use, I've got a little bit of that matte black card that we've got on the show, right? Now, A4 card, if you look, let me just show you, it's just slightly edge, it's like 8 1/4 inches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to square this off because all of our dies are square in this direction. I'm going to square this off to a square box at 8 1/4 inches. So 8 1/4, guillotine's going to get us through 2 layers, absolutely no problem there, right? So there's our 2 layers. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the boxer in. Now I like to work in inches, so I'll work on the inches side. We're going to do the lid and the base. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to score them at 1.5 inches. So if you think about it, I said each of these dies is just less than 5 inches, right? It's pretty much 5 inches. So if we're just over 8, if we do 1.5 inches on each side, right, that leaves us 5 inches in the middle, doesn't it? So it's just absolutely perfect because it's 8 and a little bit. Just make sure I haven't got the tape. There we go. I could feel that little bit of tape there. So you're going to go 1.5 inches and you're going to score all 4 sides at 1.5 inches. And this is my box lid. All right. Then we're going to pop that to one side and we're going to do the base. And we're going to do the base coming from this side 1.5 inches. I know most of you will already have our scoreboard, so it means things like boxes honestly become easy to do. So if you're cutting cardstock down, say you're working in the US and you went with 8.5 by 11, just cut it to 8.5 square. That would work in exactly the same way. If you're using any of our A4 cardstock, you're going to cut it to, you're just going to square it off at 8.25 inches. So scored on the top, and then I'm just folding over and burnishing that crease line on all 4 sides. And to get a perfect box, what you're going to do is you're going to cut up the edge like this into that middle point of intersection and cut out a little bit from the corner.
She loves the fact that these are square as well. She loves the more square dies that we do. And I guess we don't do as many of the sort of, usually our created cards are more rectangular shaped, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like a 5 by 7 or a 6 by 4 usually. So I just felt like when we were designing these, because versatility was kind of the key with all of this, I felt like the square gave you the most versatility. So, and actually having worked with them for a while now, I can definitely say that that's kind of given me that option. So my base is done. And if you want to just double check, what you should find is that the base is just the right size. Yeah, it will be just right. So pop the lid to one side, the base to one side. Let's work on the lid. So we're going to cut into the lid like this, and I'll do it this way so that you can see, okay? And what I'll do is I'll just pop a little bit of tape, hold it in place with a little bit of tape into there. So one at that side maybe. And look, what I'm doing is I'm using the bits that are gonna lift out. So that's gonna hold that in place now. Now let's have a look. I did best wishes for this one that I'd done. Should we do a nice happy birthday box?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you've got your happy birthday. There we go. And we're going to just place our happy birthday face down. Now again, if you're doing it this way so that you can see, make sure you tape the die into place. So that is all now not going to move as it goes through the machine. Because what you need to avoid is this part going over top of this die. That'll damage your die. So definitely worth taping them. So this time we're just making sure we cut into the base plate of our Gemini. And this is why you see we squared off the cardstock. Because as long as you work with A4 or 8.5 by 11, it's going to fit in your Gemini plate. So you want clear, magnetic, top plate, and then straight through the machine that we go.
Someone's had a bit of a brainwave in the comments. Who is it?
Do share.
Malia in Hawaii. She asks, would the best wishes, so would the interchangeable flower frame be able to be interchangeable with a holly one because they are both round?
Oh, well, you might as well get them open and have a check.
Oh.
Yeah?
Shall I open these ones up?
Yeah, well, I've got one open here. I've got the round one open here. If you
pass
send
me
the
your
Christmas
round
one open, I can have a look.
I'll find the other one.
Lovely. Look at this. So when we lift all of this out, I mean, look, it's absolutely perfect, Joe. It just makes it perfect. Should we have a little look at that now for the comment? All right. So here we go. Would you look at that? Looks like it's the same size. Oh, he wasn't been popping these dies out. I'm going to blame Leanne for that. So let's have a look. Oh, it's a tiny bit smaller, but it looks like you could put, oh yeah, no, that's the one that goes in there, isn't it? So your snowflake one. So you couldn't use your everyday sentiments in your snowflake one, but you could use your Christmas sentiments in the everyday one.
Wonderful.
Yep. Does that
Good
answer
to know.
that question?
And great that you can
Lovely.
mix and match those as well. So you could go for both of those if you wanted to, and then do a little bit of a mix and match. I like your thinking though, Malia. Very, very savvy crafting this morning. Carol Coe says, good morning, everyone. Carol Coe sent me the most amazing gift today in the post, Sarah. You saw it, didn't you? I'm not going to give too much away. I'm going to wear it on Friday for the Craft House, if that's all right. But it is, Carol, I must say, I think it is my favourite ever gift I have received in the post from one of our lovely crafters. It is amazing. It's shut the front door, shut the back door, and ride the Schmetterling up the street. Amazing. I can't wait for you to see it on Friday.
Right, let's have a little look. So, from this stage here, what we could do is, we could either cut out that happy birthday again in another colour and stick it over the top, or we can use that technique that I taught you. It's just put our scrap card underneath, and we could use one of our lovely, let's use a nice bright colour, like the fuchsia. I want you to see that because these ink pads, I'm going to use that same ink pad technique as I did last time, because these are your opaque pigment, even onto the black, look at that, even onto the black you're going to get the same finish with the opaque pigment. So you've got that lovely pink sheen, whereas a non-opaque ink pad wouldn't be able to go onto a black cardstock like this. It just wouldn't work. Oh, we can do our flower a different colour. Now I'm getting a little bit excited at mixing and matching the colours in, Joe.
I wouldn't want to predict the fuchsia, but I think this is going to look great. Hey!
Ba-dum-bum. Right. So just building up plenty of ink. So I've got real lovely depth of colour then. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a lovely green. Oh, let's have like a nice bright green. Here we go.
Very busy on those finger daubers. A quarter now of that stock has gone, so we've waited a long time to get that back, haven't we? So please don't miss out on all the fingers coming out. You know it's getting serious.
Right, and then let's have a little bit of honey pot. And this is why these are so useful, you see. And you just wouldn't be able to do this with regular... You need the finger daubers. And you need all of the different ink pad colours. So look at that. Oh, I quite like the stencil bit that comes off, right? I'm going to pop a little bit more of that, can you see, just round here. Just want it to be really, really intensive. And then before we do anything, because you can emboss with all of it, I'm going to bring in that little piece. Where did I have it? Oh, I think I just used black card last time, didn't I? And I'm going to go over top with my clear embossing powder and just get a lovely high gloss sheen on all of this.
Looking absolutely beautiful. I think it's such a great, it's like a fairly quick payoff, isn't it, heat embossing? I think it's one of those things, you know, people receive it and they're just going to be, especially when you do the faux enamelling one with all the layers, people are like, how on earth have you done that? Have you, bought that? People are going to look at these cards. They're the sort of cards and boxes that people are going to keep hold of and bring them out year after year because they are that beautiful. Loads of you love them. A lot of you talking about your daubers. Pam puts a label on each one of her daubers, each individual finger dauber, so she knows which colour is which. That is
nice and organised.
That is very, very organised. Pam is going to be joining us on Friday for the Craft House as well. So,
exciting!
Pam Craven, she emails in and comments all the time on these shows. And not only is it Craft House, it's a new launch Craft House as well on Friday. I might give you some more details of that as we go through the week. It's a very exciting week actually this week. There's a Sara special cartload as well on Thursday. Amazing. Might be a cheeky little HSM preview happening on Friday night as well. Lots of you chatting about that in the comments. There's absolutely loads going on. It is a big, big week this week here at Crafters TV.
Right, I'm going to give it another layer over top of that, Joe, so that we can start and get that enamelling effect. Beautiful. So I'm just building up. You're going to lose me into a bit of a colour and coma.
No worries. This is what could we call this? An embossing... I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, it was funny when it was colouring and coma and whatnot. It's not quite as funny when it doesn't have the alliteration.
It doesn't work. They don't all land. What can I say? Very, very busy on those ink pads. Really, really busy there. We are on the main collection itself. Remember, it is a brand new launch stock. There's the detail for the ink pads. You've got all of those fantastic colours in there, which is fantastic. £100 or $140. You can use your Club Inspired discount, but everyone's got a great saving as well of £44 or $61, which is absolutely amazing. Loads of you still commenting away. Tomorrow, do you know, Sarah, it is World Chocolate Day.
I know. Do you know what I've made for you, Joe?
What you made?
Some chocolate fudge.
Oh, maybe I just have to have like one piece and then try and save some.
Well, actually, I haven't done it. Everybody's been asking for my fudge recipe, so I thought I would go a little bit further and I would do a chocolate fudge.
Did you
and then share my chocolate fudge recipe. Well, I didn't actually. So I got it all ready at the weekend. I feel like I'm spoiling the surprise here for people. I got it all ready at the weekend and I used my chocolate honeycomb flavour sugar and crumbs.
Oh, what a great idea. Do you know, this week just keeps getting better and better and better, you know. I've got a great day here today with you. My new phone arrives today. I'm going out for burgers tonight. I'm on a half day tomorrow. I'm getting my hair cut in the morning. And now there's going to be fudge tomorrow as well. And there's a Sarah Cartload. And there's a HSM preview. And there's what, Johnny? And there's pretzels in the office today as well. I mean, things just keep getting better and better and better here at Crafters TV. I mean, every week I come in, I'm not sure we can top it. We just do. It's amazing. Lots of people talking about what they've been up to as well. Michelle's been making envelope boxes and peekaboos as well, which she's very happy with. That looks beautiful.
Doesn't it just? So I'm very and do you know what? It was worth doing that 2 layers. I think it was worth taking that extra little bit of time to get the 2 layers in there. That is looking pretty spectacular now. Right, let's have a look. So now we've done that, I'm going to do just the same as what you saw me do on the last one in terms of put a little bit of acetate behind. So I feel like it's much stronger, it works much better when it has the acetate behind. So just like I did before, I've got a piece of acetate here and I'm going to go along with that red liner tape. Now notice I'm always using the thinner red liner tape. Actually, I think I can afford to get away with the medium size.
It's an embossing episode. You're in enamelling ecstasy was the other one.
Wow,
as well.
enamelling ecstasy.
Love that one.
I'm
Hannah
liking
says
that.
embossing episode. Elaine said enamelling ecstasy. Love it.
I love that you guys come up with all this fun stuff with us. Right, here we go. Getting this stuck down really, really good. We've made this is going to be a lovely birthday box. I wonder if anybody's got any birthdays coming up. Oh, let's have a look. I think we need the thinner one for this.
When Matt's?
9th of August
the
is
9th of August is Matt's. Yep. Not too far away. Mine's at the end of September. Yours yours wasn't very long ago, was it, Sarah?
Mine was April. I've had my lockdown birthday. So
St. George's Day. When's yours, Johnny? 22nd of March for Johnny. When's Laura's? She in there? Oh, she's not in. I thought Laura was in the gallery, so I said, when's Laura's? And Johnny's like, well, I don't know when Laura's birthday is. That is funny.
Right, I'm going to do the same again, Joe. I'm putting a little bit of spray around, I'm being very specific to just get it around the inside part here, okay? Because I don't want it where we're going to stick the rest of our box together, right? Now, I'm being pretty pedantic in terms of, sometimes I just rush through my demos, but I felt like it was really important to give you like these, I feel like with masterclasses, you see, you watch because you're expecting to get all those little extra hints and tips, aren't you? You want to know how to make your things not just look good, but look perfect.
And talk about making a difference, Sarah. Putting something in a nice box, doesn't it just transform your gift? So Carol, I know you're going to hear a lot about this gift. I might put a picture on Facebook later. Carol sent it to me in the most amazing homemade box, and it was tied with this beautiful twine as well. Then it was wrapped in bubble wrap, and then it was in outside packaging. And it was an experience opening it, Sarah, let alone, how amazing that gift was inside. So talk about making beautiful things, but then elevating them to the next level with beautiful, beautiful boxes. And it's great that this is just one of so many things you can do with this. Do you know what they'd also be great for? Just the central bit.
Go on.
Great for a tag.
Great for a tag. just that middle bit, Joe, just on its own would be a lovely... Well, you could do a matching tag, couldn't you?
You could.
Yeah, because bear in mind, all of those, like your happy birthday and everything like that, you're going to be able to use all of the individual pieces to die cut into something else. So here we go. So I'm just doing the same with my box lid as what you did with the box base. But notice what you do is you do all of the working on the box first. So we do our box working first, and then you're going to do, then you're going to assemble it last. So this whole thing won't work. It feels fairly obvious, but we do get new viewers all the time, so I do want to explain it. You can't do your die cutting after you've done your, after you've assembled the box, or after you've cut the corners out and put the sticky tape on. It just won't work. So you need to do all of the die cutting and everything first. Look how much stronger that is for having that acetate in the centre. I'm a big advocate of using the Create-a cards for things like your box lids, but I do like them to be nice and strong. And you see, you can't see any of that glue because we use the spray adhesive. We put the clear tape around the outside, spray adhesive in the middle, means that's all perfectly, every last little bit is stuck down perfectly. And then all I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of that. This is going to go on the inside here. So let's have a look. Have I got a little bit of my all-purpose? This is what gives us the manoeuvrability time, you see. So all-purpose goes on the inside there. And then this is going to, because it's black, having that in there, look at the difference it makes. You can really see that now. Whereas it was on the black, you really couldn't. And then what we're going to do is just finish it off with a couple of little bits round the outside here.
7 minutes later, we've finally found out. Johnny's finally got back to me. I feel like the moment's passed, Johnny, but when was it? 7th of November. Producer Laura's birthday, 7th of November. I know you wouldn't have slept tonight, some of you, so I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Right, so I'm going to get all these nice little bits stuck on there. And it just finishes off your box perfectly. And of course, nothing's really truly complete without your little bow on to finish it off. So I've got all these pieces stuck around the outside. We've got our lovely enamelled happy birthday on the front. And then I'm just going to use, again, a little bit of my glue gel just to stick on the bow. So whether you use your glue gel or whether you might want to use like your hot glue gun. But again, if I show you that to the close-up camera, I think it'll mean a lot more when you can see, yes, like that little flower there in the different colours, and the happy birthday is all nice and shiny and in the fuchsia to match. It does make a big difference having those ink pads to finish it off, doesn't it?
It really is beautiful. That glitter card, as well as in the Carnival card pack, which is in that collection of cards that we've got for you on the show today. In that collection of cards, you're going to get the matte black cardstock. You're going to get the craft cardstock as well, the stamping card, the white stamping card, and you're going to get the Carnival cardstock as well, which comes in all those different colourways for you, and also has it in there, the glitter, the adhesive glitter. I love the fact it's got the adhesive glitter. The matte mirror and the mirror as well. 40 sheets in that one, 60 sheets in that one. You've got 50 sheets in this one and 40 sheets in that one as well. There's a test at the end. I hope you managed to work out how many sheets there are. Very, very busy on that, £28 or $40. I want to remind you, I wanted to remind you, but I feel I've gone from reminding you to having a word with you because a quarter of the stock of this brand new collection has sold out and gone. It is extremely busy. The reason it's so busy is that you're really getting one Create-a-Card die that does 3 different looks and feels for you because you've got the different interchangeable sentiments in there. So that is your heartfelt. You've also then got as well your floral in here. You've got the trellis there as well. And finally, this one here is your elegant frame that you've got there. 3 different sentiments in each, which is fantastic. £78, $90. It is very, very busy. Right, also very, very busy on the ink pads and a whole host of other bits as well. But, oh, do you know what we're going to do? We're mixing it up a bit. We're going to keep you guessing here. We love to keep you guessing here at Crafty TV. We're going to do the craft vault halfway through because the deals are so great. Just you wait. Oh yes, the craft vault. It's when I've had a good old nag over in the office, had a good rummage. Surely we can get more money off of that. And I have, you know, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I have outdone myself today because I don't ever remember us having discounts as big as this on the craft vault because we are looking at up to 80% off on some of these. I know, up to 80% off on some of these products. It is amazing. Now, the Decadent frame, that's so low in stock, they haven't even given me a sample for that one. So if you want the Decadent frame, get yourself over to the website. It's very, very low in stock, that one, so you'll need to be quick. £5 or $8. They wouldn't even let me have a physical sample in the warehouse. They're mean. They're mean sometimes. The next one I've got for you, though, is the Sprigs and Blossoms. Now, this one is fantastic. It is, of course, one of our double-sided dies, which is great. If you've been waiting a long time for things like the foliage dies to come back in through our flower-forming foam, no reason you couldn't use this double-sided die. Instead, it would work great for that. And I know sometimes things like... I want to call them sticks and flowers, but that's not the right word, is it? Branches and blooms, which is what you've got here, not sticks and flowers. Sometimes they might not necessarily appear to be the most exciting. But when you think about doing different colourways, building them up, creating frames as well, making flourishes out of them, there's actually lots that you're going to be able to do. And they make these really lovely big full figures here. This should be, we're saving £8.49 on this one in the UK. You're saving £8.45 in the US. £11.50 is your price, whether you're getting that one in pounds or in dollars. Who doesn't love some Christmas pudding? I know I do. And we've got the Christmas pudding die for you on the show. It's not just a die, it's a stamp and die, which is fantastic, but great for your Christmas crafting. And I'm going to say it makes a lovely tag because you can either cut it out on the left side, you can cut it out on the right side, or what you can do is cut it out in its entirety. Now look at this, coloured up with some of our sparklings. Isn't that a glorious Christmas card that's very, very different as well? I love how unusual that is. If you want to get your hands on some of those glorious sparklings as well, tonight's show there is a Christmas sparkling collection coming up, so make sure you pop across there. Is that right? £3 to get hold of that. I mean, you don't need to think about it, do you? Just slip it in your basket. Or $4.50 if you're in the US, which is brilliant. The next one I've got for you is our rose bouquet or Mrs. Will. I keep breaking out into keeping up appearances every time we see the word bouquet. Is it bouquet or bouquet? Bouquet. My mum would say a bouquet. My mum always said
that embossing folder.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? My mum would always say bouquet, but I think she was just trying to be posh. Now, here is great because you've got all that lovely rose detailing. You can see, remember, it's one of our 3D embossing folders as well. And what's great about that is it really sculpts and layers that cardstock to give you fantastic dimension at that price. I mean, it's a don't even think about it price, isn't it? $4.50 or $6.50 if you want to get that one. Now, something else that's been busy, and I'm surprised to see it on such a great deal, is it's a half price deal, this one. It is your Create-a-Card Classic Christmas, which is fantastic. $14.99 or $19.97. If you want to get that one. And it's great because it allows you to create that wonderful scene and create that scene builder, which is brilliant. You see here, it's a concept card too, so there's loads that you can do with that, from little scrapbook pages to full-on cards if you want. Great to have some foil stamping dies. Great to have some foil stamped dies on the show. I can't ever say that word, I don't know why, on the show today. This is the Royal Damask, and I think this is beautiful because it is really, really classy. Look at how gorgeous that is. Foiling just gives you such a beautiful, beautiful effect on all of your projects. $14.99 or $21.50 if you want to go for that one. We've also got the fireplace accessories. Now, these are brilliant because you've got so many dies within here. 31 dies in this one. 80% of this gone. No one. 31 dies for £3 is fantastic value for money there. Really, really great. You've got a dog, a carrot, a cookie, a cat, a stocking. I mean, what more could you possibly want? I've got another embossing, £3 on that one as well, $3. I've got another embossing folder for you. Again, it's one of our 3D embossing folders. So it's fantastic because it gives you so much detail and dimension. You can snip into this as well and have that so it opens out and you've got a loose element on there. Another great way of using it. But £3 or $4.50 again is a great price for that one. I've got a sample for that one as well so you can see the kind of beautiful effect that you're going to get. That's just done with a little bit of our gilding wax there just to give it that extra bit of sparkle and pizzazz. £3 or $4.50 if you want to go for that one. Or something that I love, it's a party. This is one of our stamp and dies. It's an edgeable die as well, so it means that there's loads of great techniques that you're going to be able to do with this. Go and have a look at some of the edgeable masterclasses that are available over on the Crafters TV section of our website. You can also see what you're able to create with that as well, so you can see that beautiful over the edge element there, and you've got the die as well that says that gives you the ability to then turn that into a full project. So you've got Let Party, or you can turn it into Party Invitation. Completely up to you. One more as well, it's the Provence accessories, our cut and emboss folders. This is great though, because this cuts a border for you, or it cuts a corner for you, which is fantastic. So you can multiple cut those to do frames. They are fantastic for creating those little clips to hold photos together as well. So loads, you're going to be able to do that one. £5 or $6.50 if you want to go for that. Remember, up to 80% off in the show, which is fantastic. Now, we might, if I've got any left, if there's anything left in the craft vault, we might come back and give you a little reminder of a few of those at the end of the show. I just want to quickly whiz you again through the main deal, what it's all about though, because the star of the show is these brand new interchangeable Create-a-Cards. So remember, you've got the hearts in here. Fantastic. You've got the flower here as well, which is beautiful. All those interchangeable sentiments mean you can create so many different things. You've got the trellis in here as well, which is brilliant. And, what are you doing in there? You've also got the elegant as well, which is just beautiful. So many different occasions covered with these, Sarah, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And we've tried to make the sentiments so generic so that they can cover all. Outside of Christmas, we've got you covered. Well, you need to go for all 4 of them, but between the 4 of them, well, the sentiments that you're going to have thinking of you, celebrate, thank you. Congratulations, enjoy your special day and you're invited. Happy birthday just for you and best wishes. Sending my love, all my love and love you. So we've literally covered almost every occasion that you would need to, okay? So you can cover anything with all of those. Now, what I was going to do is I was going to use my heart. I'll be really honest, the heart is my favourite one out of all of these. This is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do a shaker card with them, okay? And you can do shaker cards with all of these. In fact, with any of your Creator cards, you can do a beautiful shaker card with them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the heart one. So this is the die itself that we're going to be using, okay? And when I open this up inside, you'll see here, I'll take out the different, so there's my different interchangeable sentiments. Love you, all my love, or sending lots of love are the 3 options for the sentiment, okay? I think I'll go with all my love for this one, all right? So I'll take the other 2 out and I'm going to use all my love. Then you've got the Creator card, which comes in 2 parts. So if I take it off the packaging here, you can see you have the cut-in and the cut-in with an outside cutting edge. So if you just want to cut it as a topper, you can just use the outside cutting edge. I like cutting my square and having a little bit more space to work with. So for example, here's my outer square. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into a piece of red card. So I've already cut the red card. Can you see, a little bit larger than the base? Now, the best way to use these, if you bring your plates in, okay? I'm going to go with my base plate. Then I'm going to go with my clear, then I'm going to pop the magnetic on. And the magnetic is brilliant because it will hold this one in place. So can you see I've got my lovely little markings I can work with. So I've lined this up right in the middle there. Then it will hold my all my love in the middle of it. And if you use your magnetic sheet instead, means you don't need to tape them down. So if you do it this way, you're not going to need to tape anything. So I've got my all my love lined up in the middle. I'm not quite square, so I'm just going to square off there quite nicely. And then all you do is you come with your piece of card, lie your piece of card over the top, still tape your card down, but you're taping the cardstock to the magnetic, as opposed to taping your die to the cardstock. So it's much easier to release the paper off. The only reason I don't do it like this is because then you can't see what it is that I'm working with. Let's have a look. I'm going to just move this up a tiny little bit. There we go. As soon as I put the cardstock down, you're not going to be able to see the card underneath. But I'm just making sure that we're lined up perfectly underneath. Pop the top plate on and through we go. Now what you'll find is, for all the dies are really intricate, they're also easy to release dies. So you're going to be able to pop this out really easily. And because of the level of intricacy, it means that you won't need to send them through a second time to emboss. So can you see there, as I've cut that out now, when I say the easy release, I mean, look, that's literally all released in one go. There's my die, completely ready to go.
That's amazing.
Well, what I'm going to do though, is I'm going to take another piece. So let's have a look. I'll take this out and just pop all the bits out of the die.
Angela's talking about using spray and sparkle on acetate behind these dies, which I think is a gorgeous idea, don't you, Sarah?
Fabulous. That would a bit of spray and sparkle. Well, a bit of spray and sparkle on anything looks fabulous, doesn't it? Let's have a look. I'm going to cut in another time with some brushed gold mirror cardstock, and I'm going to do this so that we can do a little bit of not paper piecing. I'm going to do a little bit of paper sticking over the topness. Right? I've just made up that word.
Paper sticking it over the top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like that's all right.
Yeah, it's a new technique here at Crafters TV. Well, it's actually an age-old technique, just a new name for an age-old technique.
You know, you can reinvent stuff. Look at Madonna.
Yes, why not? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to piece over some of these bits with my separate piece. So you see, when I lift this off here, we're going to piece over the, I'm going to piece over the All My Love. Yes. So I'll take my little snips here and I'll just snip this part out. So All My Love is going to snip out here. And then I'm also going to snip some of the little flowers out, Joe, and just and we'll piece them back in. You'll see what I mean in just a second.
If you did want a paper piece as well, I'm sure these would be great to do, especially the roses. You know, cut in a different texture or colour of cardstock would work beautifully. A lot of you talking about how you're going to use these, which is always great that you're all sharing so many tips and ideas in the comment. Linda's birthday is on the 17th of July, so happy birthday for that one, Linda, not too far away. I'm always surprised how much people in the US and Australia get my Keeping Up Appearances references, you know. I think they must be shown in those countries. It must be on like BBC America.
It'll be on BBC America.
That would be why.
Yes, there we go.
Richard, darling, Richard. I do love that show. Oh, Onslow. It was so funny. Australian friends that came over here on holiday to see me, Sarah, actually drove all the way from London to like the outskirts of Birmingham just so they could drive past the house that she used to live in on the show. How great, that's dedication, isn't it? I also found out, get this, you know that people are into like really random things. It really interests me. So you know our Kelly, who works over in the office, putting together all of our shows. No one else is a fan of it in her family, but she's the biggest darts fan ever and goes to like the like international world darts championships, and no one's allowed to put anything else on the telly when it's on. Like, she's obsessed with it.
Wow.
And little Kelly, you just wouldn't put her down as a darts fan,
every day. Learn something new every day. Right, what I've realised, Joe, is I'll do a little bit of this because you've got the idea of how you do this cutting out, right? And then watch what you do. You see, you're going to take your Xyron. This is the easiest way to do it. You pop all of these little bits into your Xyron and give them a pull through, you see. And then you're going to turn all these little bits into stickers. So we can do the same with the All My Love, right? Pop all the little bits in, turn them into stickers. Just by rubbing, it's called rub and peel technology. So you give them a good rub over the back, and then these are all going to piece on to those little bits of gaps that you have, okay? So can you see, this comes off here. This was the piece in the top corner, wasn't it? Yes. And you can see there, you can either do it flat straight down, which is what I'm going to do, or you can offset them a tiny little bit. Now I've got all the ones that I've ran through the Xyron, so I'm just going to do all of my little bits of paper piecing.
They look amazing, pop back on. I see what you mean, stick it over the top piecing, are we calling it? Was that the technical term?
Yes, I think we'll call it that. Do you know what I've realised though? I'm never going to be able to work out which bits these were, where I cut them, because I got this already over the weekend. I'm never going to be able to remember where I got everything from.
Like crafting and like a puzzle at the same time, you know.
Yes, that sounds like something really fun to do on live TV.
Yes, maybe easier when you are at home, I would say. Yes. Don't forget, Johnny likes the darts as well. Johnny and Kelly would be able to go to the darts together. How amazing is that? You'll save Kelly's poor husband from having to take her, which is fantastic. A lot of you talking about using these. Yes, paper piecing one. I've got one here that is paper pieced as well. So you could do different techniques. You could do a stick it over the top technique, or you could do a actual pieced over technique as well, which is that one there in that wonderful silver mirror card. It's completely up to you, isn't it? And the great thing is, and I know we keep coming back to it a lot, but it's the versatility with these. All the different techniques that you can use with them, all of the different ways in which you can interchange the sentiments as well. It means that for a very small investment, you are getting an awful lot of craftability, which is great. £78 in the UK, $90 in the US. You can, of course, use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. Almost a third of our world launch stock has already sold out and gone. Very, very busy. I think knowing how popular the Christmas ones were and then these ones were, Sarah, I think we'll be seeing more of these later down the line, don't you?
Yes, or we could just do more sentiments to go into them. Yeah. If there's something people want to see, let me know. Look at this, I'm flying now, Joe. I've got a couple of bits and I've worked out where I'm going. She says, and now I won't be able to find it. Yeah, I spoke way too soon there.
Do you know I've never done a puzzle? Someone said this to me the other day, said that it was very strange. Like, as an adult, I've never done one. But it's like really big on lockdown. People are like hugely into puzzles.
Oh,
people
we've been doing loads of jigsaws in our house.
Yeah, like 1,000 or 2,000 piece puzzles. A friend of mine's got a dining table. It's just all puzzle at the moment.
Yes, a lot of people I know have been doing jigsaws. Actually, that'd be a good question to ask there in the questions. Is that, have other people been doing, or have you all just been doing loads of craft?
Yeah,
that's what I suspect would probably be the case.
Yeah, a lot of craft, I'd imagine. But I have seen people talk about doing jigsaw puzzles, so really good, really nice just to switch off. I think that's why crafting is so great, is it? Because you can just lose yourself, switch off, go in the room, close the door, and get on with it. Producer Johnny just said he did a jigsaw and he did it in 20 minutes. And he was really pleased, Sarah. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it said 2 to 3 years on the box.
Oh, he's so good. He's so good.
So clever.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, because we're going to do this into a shaker card, Joe, I need some acetate. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my acetate to the same. I'm just going to cut it a little bit smaller than
we've got that on the show today as
here.
well. That heat resistant. Let me try that again. That heat resistant one is on the show there.
This is the one. Yeah, it's the nice. It's the, you want the nice, something nice and strong, basically.
Fantastic.
There we go. So a piece of that. So I'm doing exactly what you've seen me do in every other project, okay? I'm using a mix of my stick and stay to get it really well stuck down in the middle, and the red liner tape to get it really, really well stuck down around the outside. And it's just all these little hints and tips that help you get the really, really professional finish. Now you will get stick and spray all over, stick and stay as it was. So I will warn you, you're just going to need to do a little bit of a clean up afterwards. But we do a product called Stick Away. So we're even helping you with all the cleaning up. Come on, you get off there in the bin.
I need some of that Stick Away. I've still got a sticker in my window from Glastonbury 2014 that I'm dreading taking out. So I need a bit of Stick Away because I feel it's going to be a nightmare. It's been in there no, it must be 16. It's been there 4 years, Sarah.
Stick Away will sort the job right out. Right, look at that. That has come off perfectly. And then all I'm going to do is just make sure we've got all of this acetate. Now, because we're doing the shaker, oh dear, I didn't mean to cut into that there. Right, we'll just do a little Sarah trim down the edge there. Nobody will ever know that didn't mean to happen. There we go. Right, off you go. Right, you do need, because we're going to do a shaker card, you need your 3D shaker foam. So you need to go all round all 4 sides with a little bit of raised up 3D shaker foam. And the trick when you're doing a shaker card is to make sure that you've got no gaps in your foam. So can you see that foam's almost right up to each other? And we just need to get all these pieces right up to each other perfectly there. Now, if you wanted to take it another level, what you could do is you could always, if you had a very, very fine shaker foam, is you could do another shaker foam around the heart, and you could put shakers in the heart in one colour, and then you could put shaker foam, you could have a completely different colour around the outside.
So
that would look pretty awesome.
You'd have to use the thinnest possible one.
The really thin one, yes. So we've been doing a lot of shaker cards recently, haven't we? I do like a good shaker.
But so effective, aren't they? I think that's what it is.
Yes.
And especially when you've got great dies that have got great shape to them. They make beautiful shaker cards. Shaker tags as well. I've seen some shaker tags recently. Apparently you made a shaker tag on a Facebook Live, someone told me.
A shaker tag?
Shaker tag, yeah. Was it the rose gold one?
Yes. Ooh. It was actually a shaker, it was a shaker wine bottle cover. Oh. If we're being pedantic, Joe, yes. So, but it would have been right up your street.
Sounds beautiful.
Right, so we'll get all those pieces stuck down around the outside. And then where we've got the big bit in the middle, there we go. So can you see, that is how you would get your shaker card perfectly done. But I like it with all the different, you know, with the different colour pieced on the top. So I don't know what the technical term is on that, but it is, it's not paper piecing.
Is it paper overlay?
Paper overlay. Let's call it an overlay.
Yeah.
I think that looks quite good.
I think it's beautiful.
It looks really, really effective, especially on that high. We've done it a lot though. For example, on this one, we've used that overlay for the thank you. Well, we haven't. Whoever's made this beautiful card. This is one of Jamie's. She's done that lovely in like a what do you call it? A glitter cardstock laid over the top. I think that looks really effective as well, doesn't it?
Really does look great. Lots of you saying what you'd like to see extra sentiments of. Astrid saying maybe we could have generic ones for people, so brother, mum, dad as an inlay, which would be a great one. Christine Coppenrath says yes, lots of crafting, also lots of grub experimenting, Sarah. So she's got, I love this term, some extra Corona kilos going on at the moment, which I think you're definitely not on your own there, Christine, let me assure you. Loads of you talking about Carol saying how brilliant the sticker away is, which is fantastic. Barbie saying, oh, Joe, you and your tags, what you like, what am I like? Very, very busy on this brand new collection. Easy to see why when you're able to make so many beautiful cards so quickly and so easily. And that's really what Create-a-Cards are all about, you getting something amazing. Now, this happened to me last week, right? I got told off because I'm presenting cards like this, and I've just realised an hour and 15 minutes into the show that it's a twisted easel card. I'm going to have to apologise to who's made this. Margaret. I'm so sorry, Margaret. I was presenting it as a regular card. Turns out it's a twisted easel card. I'm really underselling your wares now, aren't I? I do apologise for that. So you've got this one as well. The florals, very popular. And really usable ones in here. So you can see that one there was Best Wishes, which is fantastic. This one here's got Happy Birthday in it as well. The floral also... Oh dear. It's got Happy Birthday just for you and Best Wishes in that one. You've then got the trellis as well, which is fantastic with your thank you there. But remember, Celebrate looks so different just by changing the sentiment and the colourway. So you're going to get so much crafting out of these. Again, you've got congratulations there. And then finally, this one here says, enjoy your special day. I love that white on white. Really super classy. £78 or $90 if you want to go for those. They are very, very, but I'll deal with that in a minute, I'm thinking. I need to remind you of the ink pads first. And the great thing is with the opaques, what we've been able to do is completely restock, which is brilliant. If you want the most comprehensive bundle of opaque pigment ink pads that we bring to you, this is it, with all of those amazing colours in there as well. You can see such a vast complement of colours. I know we bring you a lot of different ink pads here at Crafts Companion, Sarah. What's so special about these ones? Why do you think everyone needs them?
Right, so there's ink pads and there's ink pads, and there's ink pads for different reasons, okay? Now, when you hear us talking about the water reactive ink pads, those are the ones that you do your nice blendy backgrounds with. So what they have is they're water-based, and they're all going to merge together really, really nicely, right? The quick dry ones that we do is when you want a really quick stamp. So if you want nice crisp images when you stamp, they are brilliant to do that with. The opaque pigment ones are brilliant for embossing. So these are the ones, when you want that enamelled finish, I'm trying to think, where's the card that we did earlier, right? When you want that beautiful enamelled finish of your embossing powder, these are the ink pads that you are going to use to do it. Now, here's the difference, right, Joe? Yes, you can buy embossing powders in hundreds of different colours. However, with the opaque pigment ink pads, you only ever need one embossing powder. You get a clear embossing powder, and it means that you can use all of your opaque pigment ink pads. You can mix them together, you can mix new colours, you can layer them on top of each other. Make sure you do get that set of daubers, because that's the brilliant way to apply them. If I remind you to cast your mind back to about an hour ago, no, it wasn't even an hour, maybe it's about 40 minutes ago, how brilliant was it to be able to apply a little bit of ink onto the flower, so we could do a nice yellow flower, and then you've got the Happy Birthday, which we did in that lovely magenta colour to match the piece that's behind. That was all done from your precision application with your daubers. Now, if you are just wanting to dip your toe in the water, just try these, okay? We do a smaller set, so it's £50 or $70, and that has 13 of the top colours. So those are 13 of the ones. When I tried to choose like a starter bundle for you to get started, that is the set to go for. If you've been doing a lot of stamping recently and you think, do you know what, you want to take your stamping that next level, you want to start and introduce the embossing into them, then what I would say is go for that bigger collection. Oh look, it's £50 or $60. That's it, brilliant. If you want to go for the larger collection of the £100 or $140, that is perfect for you to be able to get all of the different colours to go for. So you've literally got 29, I'm underselling it, 29 different colours. Now, I use these as well for stamping. Even if I'm not embossing, takes a little bit longer for the ink to dry because the whole point is that you've got that nice open wet ink pad time. But I use these for stamping because they are opaque. Right, so think about it. I know it sounds like, oh, crikey, I don't know all these different types of embossing powders, right? Pigment ink pad means you can emboss with them. Opaque means they're going to work even on dark colours. So you can stamp and get a really crisp, clear image like you would with our quick dries. The difference is they won't dry very quickly. They'll take a while, but to be honest, if you want a well-rounded ink pad that you can do all sorts with, you can blend and mix with these, you can stamp with them, and you can emboss with them. So if you can only stretch to go for one type of ink pad, these are probably the most versatile ink pads that we do. We're very, very lucky to have been able to restock these. I mean, we have literally sold thousands, tens of thousands of ink pads over the last few months. We've had a small stock up of these, so probably enough to last us a couple of weeks. So when Joe's giving you all of these stock updates, we don't have endless amounts of these. We are still on limited production, and to manage expectations, the delivery that we've just had, we placed in December. Right? So December, and it's just come in now. So we are now placing deliveries, but because these are all manufactured to order, because of coronavirus, we're now in like basically a massive queue. There's a shortage of everything happening and places are having to work limited hours. The orders that we're putting in now, we're probably not going to get until into 2021. That's how much of a problem it is. So all I would say is, as with any of the ink pads, if you've been waiting for us to have them in stock and to do the deal, today is the day when we have them in stock and we're doing the deal. Because chances are, by the time we get to 2 or 3 weeks down the line, it's going to be either limited colour selections or, as you've seen in the last few weeks, we just won't be able to feature the opaque pigment ink pads.
Yeah, and go for it. You are, because 40% has gone. I can see there's a lot of those in baskets at the moment. £100, $140. Everyone says £44 or $61. Remember, if you are a Club Inspire member in the UK, you'll get these for £80. Club Inspire members in the US would get them for $112, which is fantastic. Just a reminder as well about the brand new interchangeable Creator cards. Very, very busy. A third of our launch stock. Today is the day. When are these going to H&M? Will they be going in this? They'll be going in August's craft day. So actually, it's going to be a long time before you see these over on HSN. So I think that's why a lot of you are grabbing these now, because of course Christmas is our next theme. Talking of HSN Preview will be here with you on Friday with myself and Sarah, which is very, very exciting. Talking of exciting, I'm back with Monday Makers a little bit later, and Craig's going to be here as well. For those of you that don't know Craig, we have so many viewers all the time. These are very fancy, these pieces of video, but here's a little bit more information about Craig.
Hi, I'm Craig Laird and I'm from Crafter's Companion. I got into crafting 18 years ago when I came across a TV show where they were doing die cutting, and I thought, oh, I really like that, and that got me started on my journey. I get to go out and demonstrate and inspire all these crafters that I want to follow on the same journey as me. What I absolutely love with being with Crafter's Companion is I'm now part of a team of incredible demonstrators that many already know. I get to work with new and exciting products that I get to bring to the crafters. Crafter's Companion is a great place to work. It's got a great team, but more importantly, it's a great family. I hope you can join me in seeing some upcoming sneak peeks and enjoy the inspiration.
He has spent all weekend. Craig has had some decking installed. He'll tell us about it later. Have you seen it, Sarah?
I have. I've seen it on Instagram.
It's absolutely massive. It's like bigger than the apartment that I'm buying. Just his decking, I think. And he's varnished it all this weekend by hand. I bet he's going to be exhausted. He's coming back. with like not a very big brush either. I look forward to hearing all about it a little bit later. Right, Sarah, very, very busy as we knew it would be. There's just so much you can do with these, isn't there?
There are, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right back to basics. I see that we've had 300 or 400 extra people join us since we started. So I'm going to go right back to the beginning. If you are a complete beginner card maker and want to know where to start, let me tell you that there's two things we've become famous for here at Crafters Companion. There's our edgeable dies and our Create-a-Cards. These are Create-a-Cards at a next level. And that's because each one of these, you interchange the sentiment to personalise, or you can use them without the sentiment. So for example, if we just take this set out here, okay? You've got enjoy your special day is one of your sentiments. Oh, come on, you get off the sticky there. You've got you're invited, so brilliant for all the invitations you might want to be doing. And then you've also got congratulations. So you see, if I take the congratulations out, there is my third one there. Now, it's just a beautiful, and I mean a really beautiful frame there. So you could take just the frame if you wanted on its own, and it would leave like a gap in the centre. However, I think they look really, really nice if you take the frame and then interchange. So, for example, we could do enjoy your special day. Now, if I show you the card that I'm going to make, okay, we're going to do this one here. So I'll let you have a little look from the front. Can you see here? It's where we've taken the whole base card. This is as simple as they get. Just a sheet of A4, squared it off, folded it over, and then we do that cookie cutter style to cut into the front. So you can make a whole card in a matter of a couple of minutes. So what I've got is, I've got my piece of cardstock. Yes, I have indeed here. So here is the piece of cardstock, okay? So let's imagine, can you see, this is how it's going to open. So this is the front that we're working on. So I'm going to not use the outside frame, but I'm going to use this one here. So can you see, we're just going to line this up perfectly in the centre. And what I'll do is I'll hold it in place with a little bit, we don't quite need that much, with a little bit of tape, and I'll probably put them in the top corners here. So it'll just hold that in place. Then we can choose either you're invited, enjoy your special day, or the one that you saw me do had congratulations. I think I'll do enjoy your special day, because it could be a special day for anything. Now, very important, I want you to hold that in place with a little bit of tape as well. And I like to do it, can you see, where we stick it to the die and stick it to the little bit of the cardstock underneath. Now, here we go. We take this and then you're going to send this through your Gemini or whatever die cutting machine you have. So we're going through the cardstock into the base plate. Then we're going to go with our clear cutting plate. We're going to go with our magnetic on the top, and then we're going to put our top cutting plate on there another time, okay? And what that will do is that will cut everything out, but because we didn't use the outside edge, it's going to leave it connected in your card. And I keep talking about being the cookie cutter style. Imagine when you're rolling out your cookie dough and you get your nice cutter, cut it in, and it leaves the rest of the dough and you take your cookie out. That's exactly what I'm meaning when I say these parts here.
There's a lot of love for your blouse. Sorry,
Is there indeed? No, this old thing. No,
I haven't
really
seen
is.
you. I don't think I've seen you wear that one.
Yes, I have. I've pretty much cycled through nearly all of my blouses now, so we're back to cycling through them again. I got it in the sale a couple of years ago, so it was in the sale then, so it's not like it's current, so there's no point me even saying everybody where I got it from. But I thought it would be a little bit nice because it was still a little bit rainy here, so it was a little bit different. Right, here we go. So there's the enjoy your day, and then most of the stuff came out as we popped it through, but there's just a couple of little bits that need popping through. Now, a couple of little Sara tips when you get to this stage, okay? So I think these look brilliant, but what you need is you need some coloured cardstock behind so that you can easily see what the pattern is. All right, let's have a little look. Take these out here. So, for example, you either use a solid colour, or in this case, what I've done is I've just matted and laid a piece of a pretty card on there.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? It's from the Lily collection, that one. Ooh. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to mat and layer that behind, and it gives me something nice behind. It gives a little bit of strength on the back of the card, but it also gives me something nice behind there. Now, you could leave it like that. However, what I like to do, right, is I'm going to take that enjoy your special day die, excuse me, and I'm going to run it through another time onto a contrast colour of cardstock. So I've got a little bit of blue here, all right? So I've just take this and we'll just run it through again, and I only need the enjoy your day.
I love people now guessing where it's from. Carol says, oh, looks like phase 8 to me, but I could be wrong.
Right, if you want my top tip, so most of my tops either come from phase 8 or mint velvet.
Right.
And I know that'll mean nothing to everybody in the US, but to all you UK lot, that's where most of mine come from, right? So here we go. Enjoy your special day. And then all you do at this point, Joe, is you take these and you need to trim this out. So trimming them out is really easy. You're just going to use some precision scissors, right? So you just want some nice little precision scissors, and it makes them easy to snip out as we're going along.
And you're just following the frame, so I guess it's quite a simple technique, this one.
Absolutely. It couldn't be any more easy, all right? So there we go. We take them, trim that out, and it will come out all as one. Now when you get to this point here, you want to just neaten off where you've done your little snips, can you see? So I'm just not taking any extra off, I'm just rounding off those edges if we need to round them off. So I'm going to leave them on the bottom because it just helps me with the whole thing staying connected in there. And then what you want to do is you need to make this whole thing sticky. So you've got options. You can either spray the back with your stick and stay, or you can have put it onto a piece of self-adhesive transfer, so you peel the back off as well, or you can go and run it through a Xyron. So I've run this one here through my Xyron, so that then all I do is I peel the backing off it, and it becomes something I can literally peel off and stick them back in place.
Wonderful. Ashford saying she loves mint velvet. She says it is uber classy, Sarah.
Oh, just like me, Astrid, uber classy. Yes, or at least what I'm trying to be. Right.
That looks beautiful. Loads of you talking about how you're going to be using these in the comments as well. Loads of you getting your hands on them too, getting busier and busier and busier as we move towards the end of the show. Some questions about the colours that are coming included in the opaque ink pads. I'd say pop across to the website. You'll see all the colours listed there on the website, and also it'll give you a bit of a visual indication as to what those colours look like as well. So definitely check. Lots of love for them. Carol Coe's got them and loved them. Someone just said that their husband bought them for their birthday in May, Sarah, and they are now their favourite ink pads as well. So a lot of love
favourite
for those.
ink pads. I love it. Right, if you want to really strengthen up your card, Joe, what I like to do is just put tape all the way around the outside. So you can do that either with your spray, or I'm using the dotty tape pen here. And then I like to put a piece of acetate over the back part of what we've just die cut. And all it does is it makes your card feel so much stronger. So it's got that, you can't see it because it's acetate, but your whole card feels so much stronger. And then all you do, literally, it doesn't need an awful lot to it, a little bit of tape on the top, and I'm just going to put a nice little bow on there. And that is how you can do a very, very super quick. So you create a card die to do a really professional card in what was that, less than a 5-minute make. That was 5 minutes with us doing a little bit of chatting. Right? Now, think about this, right? I like to do sometimes really advanced cards where I spend a lot of time working on them, but a lot of the cards I do are, you know what it is when you're that crafty one, there's an expectation that you always do a handmade card. You know, I couldn't possibly give somebody a pre-bought shop card. That would be the end of my career, wouldn't it? Let's face it, be the end of my career. So Create-a-Cards are the perfect halfway house because you can do super quick and easy cards like these that look very professional, very homemade, but have only taken a few minutes. Or you can use the same dies and go really, really advanced and do something a lot more like this, where you can be doing all of your, you know, like your foam flowers to finish it off, your paper piecing, whatever it is you want. So when we design a product which can straddle those two worlds, give you your nice, quick, easy ones, give you the opportunity to do something really, really advanced, they are always the surefire winners. And we've been bringing Create-a-Cards out now for the last 7 or 8 years. I mean, literally, we are just kind of world famous for this Create-a-Card look. And for those of you that are gearing up to do your craft fairs later in the year, you know, once lockdown eases a little bit, you're going to be selling at craft fairs. Maybe you've started a small business selling the cards that you make online or something. All of our designs are our own designs that our illustrators have drawn. We don't license the imagery. It's all created by our in-house artists just for you, which means you can be making and selling. And a card like this that looks this professional is only, what, 2 pieces of cardstock and a bit of ribbon and a piece of acetate. So you're talking like 30 to 40 pence to make this card, yet it looks so professional, and you could sell it for £3-4 or dollars if you're working in dollars, just the same. Or if you're just making cards for friends and relatives and loved ones, it's a brilliant way to have your cards looking really professional, even if you're building up your level of craft at the moment. So for me to be able to stand here and say, do you know what, 1 set of dies, I know it's a considered purchase. If you just want to intermix, just go for a couple of these, brilliant. But by going for that collection, it's 4 designs. We were really, really good and disciplined. We started off with about 20 different designs that we had of the outer frames. We've chosen the most popular. We've done the square, the oval, the circle and a heart. We've chosen the 4 most popular shapes there, and then giving you those interchangeable sentiments, which cost a fraction of the amount of buying another die. You know, to buy one of these size dies to start with, you would usually be talking $19.99, $24.99 easily. Well, we've given you that one investment, but the multiple different inserts so that you can interchange for all these different occasions at a fraction of the price that you would be paying if you bought individual. I mean, back in the day, we used to do a whole Create-a-Card that would have the word congratulations, and we would sell thousands of ones that just did congratulations, whereas now with modern technology, we've developed the technology to do things like the interchangeableness. Now, I do need to warn you though, we launched the Christmas ones 2 weeks ago was it? And actually, Leanne gazumped me. I was supposed to be doing the launch. Leanne came in and did the launch, which is why I've insisted I was here today. Leanne did that launch. We brought in stock that was supposed to last us from June through till November, right? We have one big delivery out of each Christmas line. And the delivery that came in, we have already in 2 weeks sold out completely of one of the design, and we are down to limited quantities on a couple of the other designs that are in there. These were ordered 6 months ago, long before we knew about any coronavirus pandemic, and arguably we would sell more of an everyday design than we would of a Christmas design. So whereas we have got shows planned with these on Create and Craft, here on our own Crafters TV, for the next 3 to 4 months, the chances are the stock that we've had brought in, we might only have it for a matter of weeks. Or we'll be doing whereby today we've got all 4 designs. When we're back in a couple of weeks, it could be that beautiful floral circle one completely sold out. So if you're thinking about going for it, usually I would say, do you know what, when it's the launch day, you've got plenty of time. Unfortunately, in the kind of circumstance we have at the moment, you don't have plenty of time. So you kind of need to take advantage of it while we've got them.
Yeah, you don't have time at all because we've just launched them today and a third has gone. Remember what you're getting as well in here. Pretty much all of you going for the big collection. Remember the interchangeable sentiments mean you can create something that looks very different. You've got the floral frame in here as well, and you can see there with that twisted easel, which is beautiful. You've got that beautiful happy birthday one there as well, also in the floral. The next one you've got here is the trellis, and again, by putting these different colorways, you're making something very, very different, which is great. So even using the same sentiment, the same die, you could make something that looks vastly different. And then finally, you've got the elegant frame in here as well, and that is a beautiful card there that's been created. And of course, you can then change that out for something like your congratulations. What you're really getting is 3 Create-a cards in each one of these, and a Create-a-Card die would cost you about £20 each. So really, for what you're paying for the whole collection, you'd be getting 3 or 4 different dies. So when you think about it, yes, you've got 4 different dies, but you've actually got 16 different ways of using them, which makes that value incredible. £78, $90, a third of our launch stock has gone. It's just launched today here on Crafters TV in the globally, UK, US. If you're thinking about maybe waiting and getting your hands on them later in the US, you won't be seeing this on HSN until August. We believe. Right, that's a great price, but absolutely you can get even more of that by using your Club Inspire discount. Here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire. It just means that you're getting all the deals are fabulous, even more off of them, which is also brilliant. I want to remind you of the opaque ink pads because they are very, very busy. I'm just going to quickly whiz through the colours that you're getting in here. So I know a few of you are. So you will get anthracite, baby blue, Bordeaux, Chinese red, damson wine, Friar brown, frosty jade, fuchsia. Then down here, you've got grasshopper, green topaz, honeypot, jet black, lagoon, lemon tonic, midnight, oasis, ocean blue, orange parakeet, pale fig, plum jam, pine tree, pink tulip, pumice, sandstorm, straw bale, seal brown, spring meadow, and smoked pearl. An incredibly large collection there for you. It's how you get the best savings on these as well. It's a 30% saving, which is a saving we hold back for these biggest collections. Very, very busy on it. Everyone says £44 or $61. Of course, you can use your Club Inspire discount on there as well. Great to go with these are the finger daubers. They were out of stock for a really long time. They are back. They're available now, but they are very, very busy. £19.50 or $26 to grab hold of those. We've also got the ink pad trays there for you. This is great because it will store 36 ink pads, so it will store that whole brand new large collection. £25 or $37 gets you everything you can see there in the pictures. Loads of different ways you can arrange those, which is fantastic. There's a blending kit for you as well. In here you get the dauber with the refills and the mat, and also the brayer as well for $19.50 or $24. The card collection, really great comprehensive one this, and a real sort of good essentials collection, I would say, because in here what you've got the matte black, you've got the craft, the white stamping card, and then the carnival. And the carnival's got glitter, adhesive glitter, mirror, and matte mirror. So a really comprehensive selection. £28 or £40 if you want to go for those. Right. It's going to be a treat in store now from Sarah, because she's going to do an advanced demo for us, which I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I've always wanted to teach this one and we've never had time, so I built it into the preparation for this show. I get asked a lot about how you do these star books, okay? So when we talk about a star book, this is what we mean, where the books open out to form a complete. Now, I just done this really blank so that you could stamp or put any of the sentiments that you want into the middle of here, but how fabulous do they look as a little book, and then it closes up and ties together. So this would be lovely, I think, for an anniversary or a wedding gift or something like that. So I'm going to show you how to do them, okay? You need to start with your inner piece. So if I just show you this, can you see? We've got our inner piece here, this time in the white, and then our back piece in the lilac here. So can you see, I've cut both of them to the same height, but the white I've cut to 6 inches wide, and the lilac I've cut to 7 inches wide. So you can see the lilac's going to be a little bit bigger. And both of them I've scored at the halfway point. So this one's scored at the halfway point there. So that is 3.5 inches. And this one is scored at the halfway point, and that is going to be 3 inches wide. Now, this is going to be the back, and you can see that when we stick them together, that's what's going to give us that lovely opening shape. So if we open this up, I'm going to use the heart design. So if I lift this out, we're going to use just the design on its own. We're not going to use the outside cut, and we are not going to use any of the sentiments. You can, if you want, you can put one of the sentiments in, but what you need to do is make sure this is lined up right in the middle. So I'm going to use that line here, Joe, just to have that perfectly lined up. And then what I'm going to do is hold this in place with a little bit of tape on those corners so that this is going to release nice and clean and give us all the bits and pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut into, oh, here we go, we're going to cut into the base cutting plate, and then we're going to go with our clear, we're going to go with our magnetic, and then with your top plate on top of it, and that is going to give you that perfect cut. And as with all the dies, they will work in either your large Gemini or your Gemini Junior. I'm using the Gemini Junior plates and the large Gemini, so you could see you could do this one with your no matter which machine that you have, okay? So when I lift that out, and let's just come and take off those pieces of tape from the corners, and then you'll see how perfectly well this lifts off. Now, the dies are really intricate, but they're also quite easy to release. So when I turn this over, you see, I can lift this out, and if you look there, look, it's left all the pieces in my die and given me that lovely design, nice and simple. Couple of little pieces down the corner here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to fold that back over. So we've got that lovely kind of perfect halfway fold. And we're going to bring in our outside piece, but we only want to stick down these edges. So you're going to stick your tape down here. Oh, that's right to the end of that tape. And then let's have a look. Do I have another tape? Yes, I do. There we go.
We're going to be rummaging through my drawer soon for the extra tape pens.
We are, aren't we? It's getting worrying. It's getting worrying. Our delivery, I don't quite know when the delivery is due, but yes, we are very low on tape pens here in the studio. So look at this. I'm lining this up absolutely perfectly flush to the edge of that first piece. All right, and then turn it round, and I'm going to line this one up perfectly flush to the edge as well, so that when this folds in half, you see it all folds flat, but this doesn't come into the middle. That's how you get that lovely shaping. Now, what you need to do is you need to make 5 of these. I find that 5 is a lovely number. Look at this, I've missed that tiny little piece in there. There you go. All right, so you're going to do 5 of these where you've got the card. Can you see they're all just slightly the same? And we're going to glue them all together. Now, you can either use your tape pen or you can use a wet glue for these and stick all those pieces together. But it's definitely worth taking your time with each one to make sure that those designs are perfectly flush as you're sticking them all down. There we go. So I'm just going to stick all 5 of those together, Joe.
Can you do other numbers if you want to? Could you do a 7 or a 9 if you want? Would it have to be odd in order to be a star shape?
Do as many as you want. Oh, look at that! I nearly stuck my heart upside down there. Yes, I'm just checking I didn't do it with
Maybe you're doing an Australian star card.
It would have been really interesting if we'd had some upside down hearts, wouldn't it? Yes, you can absolutely do that. I've found that that odd numbers work really, really well, as is the case with a lot of these sort of things, aren't they? They just look really, really well with those odd number pieces on. Right, here's the next one.
I'd imagine playing with this and having them, like, obviously in different colours, each panel cut, you know, from a different colour. You could really go to town and make a rainbow one, or loads of different ways of theming it, I'm guessing.
Well, also they're really nice. For example, if you're doing, like if I was doing this for my mum, I might put the picture of the grandkids in the middle here, right? And you can cut the different grandkids out. I've specifically not used the sentiment in this one, just so that you can see kind of how we've got that option. Now, that's how you create the base card. Then look what I thought we would do, just to do a little nice panel for the front, okay? You can take, I've just cut a piece, just a square of card, and then one of the other dies that I've die cut, this one was the, let's have a look, the trellis frame, right? Makes a nice pattern. And look what I'm doing, I'm just using it for a little bit of colour. So I can bring in one of my opaque pigment ink pads and one of the daubers, And we can just do a little bit of colouring. In fact, we could use a couple of colours if we want. We could go with crushed velvet, and we could just merge that into a nice little bit of the pale fig as well. So I'm going to take this just slightly off the end, and I'm just going to do a little bit of colouring and mixing those colours in, Joe.
Very, very busy on that pigment ink pad collection, getting busier and busier and busier on that. And beautiful. I love this trellis design as well. Would make there's loads that you can do with that one, isn't there? And they're all very versatile. I think they're all so well thought out. The shapes, the designs, and of course, all of the sentiments as well. Because we want you to get as much craftability out of every single one of these as you can. And that is exactly what you're going to be doing, which is why they are such a great investment. And I just imagine the amount of different concepts that you can do with these, Sarah, and different styles of cards. It's just going to go on and on, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, everything you've seen me teach you with a regular Create-a-Card, you can be doing with these ones here. So just go back through our archives and see all of the work that we've done on Create-a-Cards, and you can be doing every one of those techniques, but now doing them with your Create-a-Cards with the interchangeable sentiments. So I do a lot of like shaped stepper cards, and I just think it's so easy to take all of those techniques that you've learned and be able to apply them to all these new styles of cards, right? Now, you do need to leave, you use the opaque pigment ink pads, you do need to just give them a little bit of time to dry because they're not the quick drying ones. The whole point is you can emboss with them if you want. Now, I'm not embossing with it there, but it's lovely to be able to use those opaque pigment ink pads and get that lovely graduation of colour. Now, you can get, so in your die sets, can you see you've got all these extra words? So I've got love you, sending lots of love, and all my love. So all I've done is cut out the all my love into a different colour of cardstock. So a nice pearlescent one. And all I'm going to do is finish it off with the all my love. Let's do all last, and my love going through the middle. And so you've even got the sentiment on the front here, and it just gives it that nice little finishing touch.
It does great. I love that you've used it as a stencil as well, just giving you even more that you're going to be able to do with it as well. I think these would work really beautifully alongside, the double-sided floral window dies that we did recently as well, Sarah.
Yes.
I think these would work great. Maybe not necessarily on the same project, but I feel they're just very intricate and delicate in the same way they were. So I'd love to see maybe projects that use the two together, maybe a scrapbook page or something like that. But I think they would sit alongside each other, don't you?
I think they would work really, really well together. You're absolutely right there, yes. Let's have a look. I'm just going to go along the front with a little bit of the, just with a little bit of ribbon, perfect. And then stick this over just to hold this in place, and it should just finish that off really nicely. So plenty of tape on here. That sticks onto the front there. There we go. And then you see that'll come round the back and tie at the side when you want to tie it. However, when you're ready to open it, you see, you open it up, and that's what forms that beautiful star book, like with the ever decreasing centre as it comes in. I get asked very often how to do these, and I've never had a chance to show it on Crafters TV, so it's been really nice to teach that.
Oh, it's a Crafters TV exclusive, Sarah.
Oh, he loves an exclusive, don't you?
Which is brilliant. Very, very busy on those. Shall we just quickly run you through the 4 different styles that you're getting included? 40% of a big stock has gone just in this first airing here on Crafters TV. So you've got that beautiful heart frame. Remember, you've got 3 sentiments for each. These are just 2 of them here. Very, very busy on that one. They are all available on individually, and they're available on a 2-4 as well. You've got the floral frame. Love this easel card that's been created here using that. It's just beautiful. That's there with the best wishes. And another one there. Sarah, what's this style of card called? Do you know?
It's a diamond pop-up.
Oh, I like it. I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen a diamond pop up before.
I just recorded a new DVD last week, and I was teaching how to do that one.
Oh, it's beautiful. Love that. So you've got that one in there as well. Then you've got here your trellis, which is really great. This is one that Sarah just used as a stencil, which works beautifully if you choose to do it like that. And then you've got it again with the thank you interchanged in there as well. This one here is your congratulations. This is your elegant frame that you've got here in this one. And then this one here is enjoy your special day, which is in there as well. If you want to go for them, 2 for $42.50 or $55, but that is not only across these brand new ones, it's also across the festive ones that we have for you as well. So we've still got the Christmas tree in stock, we've still got the star in stock, and we've got the holly there in stock as well. So if you want to mix with the new ones and on that 2 for $42.50 or $55, you are more than welcome to do that. Right, anyone that's getting a sore bum on the fence about these, Sarah, what would you say to them?
Well, what happened when I walked in today, Joe, I said, oh, your pack shot's wrong there, Joe. There's 4 Christmas ones. And he said to us, yeah, I know there was, but we've completely sold out of one of them. And for us to sell out, we are the manufacturer. So when people say, you know, oh, right, well, we'll just order more in. Well, our ordering more in means we have to send the manufacturers. Bear in mind, they're already backed up making all of our other products as well. So for us to get things back in stock, it can take months and months for that to happen. So yes, all I would say is if these interchangeable Create-a-Cards, if you've got the Christmas ones, you'll already know how awesome and usable they are. These are everyday, which are like, whereas Christmas only does one occasion, every day is going to cover every occasion for you. And the sentiments across them, you've got celebrate, thank you, thinking of you, congratulations, enjoy your special day, you're invited. Obviously, we've got a happy birthday in there, a best wishes and a just for you, and then a sending my love, all my love, and a love you for the beautiful love heart ones. We tried to be really, really good. When we were putting these together, I tried to keep the collection quite small, because, I mean, actually we had, to be honest, we chose from 20 different out of frame designs. We tried to narrow that right down. The way they work is so clever. And it means that even if you're a beginner crafter, you can get this really professional look where it cuts in and stays connected. I can't even tell you how long we've worked on getting this technology to work. And actually when we've managed it, you think, crikey, that's really simple when you know how. But it's the way our designers designed, Joe, all the little connecting points. And you think it's just a thank you, but it's not. It's a thank you that's got all these little connecting points that have been drawn round and thought right through so that it's got the structural integrity that it needs to stay connected in the card. And it's the same thing with every one of those sentiments. So all I would say is go back and look through the archives at the tons and tons of videos, even the ones I've just done over the last 4 months or whatever. I've done loads of techniques with Create-a-Cards. Every one of them you can do with these Create-a-Cards, but now you've got your sentiment built in a really unique way. So they really are fabulous. And obviously this show's going to stay forever. So you can come back and watch this as many times as you want. Get these ordered, get them back and come back and watch those lovely 5 tutorials that I've walked you through today. It'll just jog your memory on exactly what you can do with them. You always come back and watch this show. But bear in mind, in the masterclass shows, what we've been trying to do is I'm kind of the warm-up act. I get to show you all the techniques and do all the wonderful crafting, but then Joe has been working out all the best deals to give you in his craft vault.
Very, very busy for some of the stuff that we've shown you already a little earlier. A great vast array of different bits available to you in this craft vault, which is fantastic. Up to 80% off as well is your savings here, which is fantastic. Now, this is the, that one's only, there, here we are, £11.50 here, or if you're in the UK or you're in the US, it's our double-sided dies, and it's our foliage ones, which is fantastic. So great for creating all of your foliage, your borders. You can make great frames with these as well. They add great flourishes, loads that you're gonna be able to do with those. £11.50, whether you're in the UK or the US. Something else that we've got, some lovely Christmas stamp dies for you, is our Christmas pudding. Who doesn't love a bit of Christmas pudding? 60% off of this one. You've got the stamp there, and you can cut the left side or the right side out, or you can cut it out in its entirety to make something really, really gorgeous and beautiful, such as this. Right, the first two were in order. I have a feeling I've muddled the others up. So let's go. Rose bouquet next. So is this one just here, which is fantastic. Really great, lovely floral themes going into there. You've got that little jar in the centre too, with the little roses popping out the top of it. Great quality you've got, of course. It's a 3D embossing folder, which is amazing. But the other great thing with it, of course, is that it is 3D. So it means you're going to sculpt it all. The price is incredible. $4.50 or $6.50 if you want to go for that one. We've got some creator cards for you. Oh, there you go. Some creator cards for you on the show. Half of this has gone. Very busy. It makes almost like a kind of diorama sort of scene, if you will, in here. Really fantastic. Always very busy whenever we bring it to you. It is half price, this one. It's $14.99 or $19.97 if you want to grab that. Right, some foil stamp dies on the show for you. This one here is the Royal Damask that we've got, and these are creator cards again, so there's a lot of metal here for your money. It's half price. They're very, very busy when we bring them to you at the full price. Get this for half the price today. Just beautiful. Loads that you can do with it, and it just adds so much foiling, which is fantastic. $14.99 or $21.50 if you want to go for that one. Fireplace accessories is the next one I've got for you. This is great. Really lovely little embellishments in here. You've got foliage in there. You've got logs, a log bucket, a photo frame. You've got so much little flames in there. Loads you're going to be able to do with that one. And a great price of £3 or $3, which is fantastic. Right, Country Cottage embossing folder is the next one I've got for you just here. Again, it's another one of our 3D embossing folders. So it's giving you that depth, that dimension, that sculpture to your cards, which is fantastic. Again, you could actually cut into that and have one of these doors loose if you wanted to do so. £3 or $4.50 if you want to go for that one. Oh, a party. Who doesn't love a party? That's what we've got here. It's one of our edgeable words. You've got a 40% saving on this one, which is great. £3 or $5.50. Because it's an edgeable, it means that you can do all of those edgeable techniques with this, which is fantastic. And again, either have it over the edge or layer it up, have it in the centre of your card. It's completely up to you. One more to share with you as well is our cut and emboss folder. It is the Provence accessories that you've got. So you've got a lovely border. It's one of our embossing folders, and you've got that die cut, that die in there embedded within the folder. So it's going to emboss, it's going to cut in one pass. You've got the great frame and the corner. Really, really versatile there on those ones. £5 or $6.50 if you want to go for that. As always, all the craft fault items, they'll be within the show you've just seen. So click into Masterclass and then scroll down and you will see all of those products in there. Very, very busy. 40% gone on that brand new collection that we shared with you. Another fantastic show coming up later. Myself and Craig will be here with Monday Makers, a real mixed bag on the Monday Makers show today. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun and bring you even more great deals. But massive thanks to you guys at home. And massive thanks to Sarah as well. So lovely to be back in the craft room with you again, Sarah.
I know, and don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I have to share my bit of a space now with our Craig now that he's back. So Craig's back for Monday Makers in just a few hours. I will be back up early in the morning, tomorrow morning, for our John Scott shows on 9 till 11. And then my softer side of life is 11 till 1. So I know a lot of you have kind of been on that little bit of a sewing journey with us. I've got a fantastic lineup of products tomorrow. Some amazing, really in-depth demonstrations planned for you. So please, please, I know a lot of you are really enjoying the sewing show that we do every Tuesday morning. So I'll see you back here. I'm doing the full hours from 11 till 1 o'clock. But then don't forget, John's going to be in early from 9 o'clock in the morning if you want to watch the extra 2 hours with John. He's got some great guests lined up as well. So I'll see you in the morning. Joe'll see you back here in a few hours with Craig. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Fantastic.